Exactly. Yes. And so that let's open the lines now and see if anyone has another question or another topic for us today. I'm going to unmute the microphones, and it's probably going to be noisy. So it's kind of noisy about now. Now I can hear everybody. So if you've got noise going on, I can hear it. But I had to do that to invite you to ask a question.
Mom got
Or
off a letter at the store.
go ahead.
Hello?
Yes. Do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. This is Samaya. I'm calling about I had surgery on my shoulder, and every now and then it flares up, and they gave me cortisone shots twice this year. And only time that they'll get to that point where give me the cortisone shot is to I cannot move my arm, pain, so they will give me the cortisone shot. I had to get one, and this time it wasn't like the normal cortisone normally hurt, but this time it didn't hurt. But my pain is still there. And my question is this: I don't know getting the cortisone shots. How do I flush this out, and how do I get this problem in the future? Because I don't want to get into it, and I want to know if it's not the way to do it with it.
All right, that's the question. I'm going to mute the microphones again, and I'm going to sit, and then I'm going to ask Doc Miles to unmute his mic, and the person who asked that question, you can unmute your mic if you have anything more to say. But let's go ahead and mute the mics again so that we get rid of all the background noise. And now we've done that. And now I need to go back and ask Doc Miles to press his star key on his phone 2 times. And can you do that for me, Doc? I'm looking for you here.
Okay, am I in?
You are in. You're back. So now we've muted the microphones and have no echoes. What did you think about what this person just said?
I couldn't understand it all because I couldn't hear it. It was
All right.
muffled.
I'm going to go back and ask that person to press their star key 2 times so that you can ask that question again now that we've got all the other microphones muted. Please press. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I hear you 10 by 10 now. Please ask your question
Okay,
again.
all right. I had surgery on my shoulder and back in 2005. But every now and then it'll get inflamed up, and they would have to give me a cortisone shot so I can operate this arm. It would get so painful I couldn't dress or comb my hair or anything. Well, recently, it just happened the other day. This is my second cortisone shot this year. I went in and the doctor gave me a shot. Normally, the cortisone shot hurts when I get it. This time, it didn't hurt. She would said it should be okay in a couple of days, but this is the next day, and it's even worse. It's painful. I had a headache this morning, which I normally don't get, and I can barely move this arm. So my question is this: how do I? Because I'm not sure if they gave me a cortisone shot. I'm not really sure whatever they're giving you. And if so, how do I get this cortisone out of my body? And also, how do I deal with this the next time it's inflamed in a natural way? Because I don't like getting injections. I'm afraid of any injections now coming from these doctors. So how do I protect myself and stay healthy with this problem?
Well, there's many ways to deal with that. Cortisone breaks down tissue and it helps with inflammation only temporarily. Okay, but it keeps you from healing properly. So I have a product called Joint Support, and it's awesome. It's got glucosamine, quercetin, MSM, turmeric, and a bunch of different things in there that helps calm that down and dissipates the pain and helps promote the healing. And also, I have some very, very, very strong body magnets that you can put on the hot spot. You press around until you find a real hot spot. You put that magnet on there with a special medical adhesive, and it'll stay on there for 2 weeks, 2 showers a day for 2 weeks, and it's still on there. And in 30 minutes, the pain will stop. It is amazing, amazing, amazing. I go through these things every day. I ship them all over the country, and it is amazing what these magnets do. I tore my rotator cuff, and I would not let the doctors. I went and had an X-ray. My doctor told me, he said, "Oh, you got to have surgery." And I said, "No, I don't. I'll fix it myself." And so I put magnets on it, and I had a shoulder. If I had surgery, I would have had adhesions in there, and that's what you're having is those adhesions from that surgery, and they hurt just as bad as it did before you had the surgery, right?
Right.
Okay, we can deal with that, and if you will call my office tomorrow sometime, between 9:30 and 3:30 Central Time, because I'm in Texas, and I can ship you out exactly what you need. It's amazing products, and it will help you immediately. It is amazing stuff. And if you take this joint stuff, 3 bottles, 3 months of it, and keep these magnets on there, it will absolutely be unbelievable. You will not believe how much better that you will feel. I mean, it helped me, and I saw my medical doctor about 6 months later, and he said, "How was your surgery?" And I moved my arm, and I said, "What surgery?" He said, "I knew you was going to say that." He said, "I don't know how you do these things." And I said, "Well, I use a different approach than the medical approach. I don't believe in a bunch of surgeries." Now, if I have something that's tore completely apart, we can address it with some surgery, and then I will finish healing it with my products. But, I don't believe in just going and just getting surgery, get surgery. I mean, that's crazy. There's a good place and a time for medical doctors and surgeries. If I have a bad
what they're
accident,
talking about. They're saying I might, if this doesn't work, I may have to have surgery, and I do not want surgery no more.
Well, that's why
you
need to call me tomorrow, and you have my phone number?
Yes, I wrote it down, 512-868-9867, Dr. Miles.
Right. If you call me tomorrow, the girl that answers, tell her to get me on the phone, whatever I'm doing, and I'll stop and get on the phone with you, and I will make sure that I get you exactly what you need to help this situation. And then later we can talk about some other things to help you from getting into positions like that and help adjust your body chemistry. That's very, very, very important. If you keep your body chemistry on a level basis, your body's going to heal. You don't go buy a set of tires and not let them balance it. You have to keep your body balanced. You have to keep your tires balanced. You have to keep everything in a balanced situation. Because if you keep your body balanced, God provides for our body to heal itself. If we cut ourselves, the whole energy of the body goes to stop that bleeding as quickly as possible, because the cells have a communication. They say, "Hey guys, we got to go down there."
Whoops.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I lost you. I lost you there for a moment, Doc. But you're back.
Okay, good.
Go ahead.
Anyway, if you will give me a call tomorrow, I will send you the stuff that you need, and we'll get it taken care of. I mean, you'll be really surprised. I just know you will. So.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for your help. And hello, Dr. Truman.
Hello there. So, yeah.
This is Samaya.
Oh, well, bless you, brother. I'm sorry. Who's this?
This is Samaya. Simeon Samaya.
Oh, Simeon Samaya. Well,
yes.
Well, thanks for joining us here today.
I just wanted to say hello, and I'll let you get back into the conference call, and I'll talk to you later. But okay. I'm going to listen in on the call.
Okay. All right. So that's some good information. And
all right.
And that's in Fairfield, Washington area. Okay. So here's what I use, Doc. I use something called joint care, and I worked on that formula because I was in an automobile accident in 2008. And the young fellow rear-ended my car going about 40 miles an hour when I was at a dead stop, backed up. My car was all the traffic crossed a light, and then all the traffic came to a stop. So I had to stop. Well, some young fella didn't stop. He went 40 miles an hour, plowed into the back of me, and I wound up getting my neck spliced together in 3 places in order to put it back together again. And of course, it shredded all the tissues from the base of my skull all down through my arms. I was miserable. So I worked on these and then it all turned arthritic, riddled with arthritis. And so I created this formula. You might check that out because it took me 7 years to create this formula. And it has 68 different herbs in it. What happened is when I combined all the arthritis herbs, all the painkillers herbs, all the rheumatism type herbs, and I put that all together, and then I put a cancer formula in with that and combined it just right. And finally, after 7 years of not being able to comb my hair or lift my arms above my head, I couldn't put on a shirt. Forget about putting on a coat. I was miserable. Drive my car. I was miserable. I hurt to do everything. And after 7 years, I used this formula, and this formula is formula number, what is it? Number 1043. And it's called Joint Care. And it has 68 different herbs in it. And I had to take a teaspoon of it 3 or 4 times a day, one right after another. And what it finally did was it cleaned the blood, it got rid of the inflammation, and it dealt with that arthritis. And after 7 years, finally, I took it for like 3 or 4 days in a row, taking a teaspoon of it, hold it in my mouth for a few minutes, let it really get through the cheeks and sublingually and into the bloodstream. And then I would wait for about 5 minutes, and I would do it again. And I repeated the dose, and holding it in my mouth, 1 teaspoon, about 3 or 4 doses. And after I did that for 3 or 4 days, I forgot to do it for 3 or 4 days because all my pain went away, and it all cleared up. But then it came back, and then I did it again. And then finally I did it again. And after doing that 3 or 4 times, I have now not used that formula for over 6 months.
Right.
Yes. So that's another tool in the toolbox for you on that. And then of course there's enzymes like serrapeptase. What do you think about that one? Yeah. So there's lots of things that we can do here to help this fella, right? Or this person.
That's right.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely correct.
So let's open up the lines here again and give someone else a chance to ask a question or make a comment. We'd like to make sure that you are finding out about information that you want to find out about. So if you have a question or if you have a comment, please press your star key 2 times on your telephone and let's talk about it. Press your star key 2 times. Let's talk about what you... Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Dr. Truman, I talked to you a little while back. I've already made my order, the CAC and the fiber 4837. I wish I had known about the joint care. As I had told you before, I just got back maybe about close to 2 weeks ago from Kentucky. I didn't want a biopsy. The doctor here in Cookville said I needed a biopsy. I said, no, I don't need a biopsy. I went to Kentucky and they did a fiber scan. A fiber scan is something like an ultrasound where they put a gel on your stomach and roll it over your liver, and it thumps maybe 3 or 4 times, and it sends waves through there. And they found out that I didn't have cirrhosis. Okay, this is what the doctor in Cookville was telling me, that when we need to see if you got, if you got, cirrhosis or whatever, you're going to be coming to me, some form of gastroenterologist for the rest of your life. But see, what he don't know is once I found out the results, the lady told me that I had no signs of cirrhosis, little or no signs of cirrhosis at all. So I'm gonna go back and I may see him again, let it get a blood test. I have the results that's going back to him, but I'm not gonna go to them no more. I'm not gonna run to them for the rest of my life. And I just came from the doctor today for I having problems with my shoulder neck area. Um, I have arthritis in my neck, and the doctor told me I had arthritis. I've spent over 20 something years in the military, so I know these things, and so it's hard for me to. I can exercise, but I can't exercise without having these little episodes. Also, I'm fighting with diverticulosis. So I'm fighting each one at a time. I'm waiting on your items to get to me so I can start taking them so I can see how it's going to benefit me. And also in the future, I would like to call Dr. Miles too, because I've had surgery, right shoulder, rotator cuff tear, arthroscopy, right knee, foot surgery, right foot, 3 toes. So it all went down after I stopped all of this vigorous exercising. And so now I have to deal with, when I exercise, I got to deal with, okay, well, I got all of these things that has happened to me, so I can't exercise like a regular, normal person do because I don't have the strength there like I used to.
That's right. Yeah, and then it aggravates it when you do. So,
Yep.
So I'm sure, yes, you should.
I'm starting physical therapy. I'm starting physical therapy next week, Tuesday and Friday. So I don't know what else to do. I had to stop. I was doing push-ups against my table because I can't get on my knees anymore. And the orthopedic doctor that I was seeing in Michigan told me before he passed, he said, eventually you're going to need a knee replacement and a left hip replacement. And I'm only 62 years old. I don't want no more surgeries. That's enough.
I agree.
Why don't you fix what God gave you, and you don't have to have it replaced?
That's right.
Pardon me?
He says once you fix once you fix it, then you don't have to have it replaced. Once you
right.
get the remedy, and so yeah, I think it's a good idea for you to give the doc a call. Those magnets and his therapies, and between his therapies and my therapies, then I want you to come back and let people know how it worked.
Well,
yeah, because see, right now on that foot surgery, those 3 toes, I can still walk in my shoes even though I wear those ortho inserts. But it's times at night when I get into bed and lay down, I can't go to sleep. I stay up most of the night. I have to get up and take Tylenol and rub icy hot all on the top of my foot, around the sides, my knees, up my leg. And sometimes I have to rub it on my hips and the back and the lower part of my back.
Mm-hmm. Are you taking magnesium? Magnesium? Are you taking?
I just started taking magnesium maltate.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I just started taking that, and the reason I started taking that, I told you that 30 days ago or more, I had talked to this lady. She was called the Sage Lady. And she started me on a regimen. But see, she's expensive. She's really expensive. I can't, I can't afford her right now. She's too expensive for me right now.
Yeah.
Well, you can afford me because I don't charge a lot of money.
This is true. I want people to know.
Well, I have to pay for the consultation, every 30 days. And then on top of that, I have to order certain parts of her potions or whatever it is that she make up. And then besides the other vitamins or minerals that I have to order, And so when you look at all of that, I'm going to be spending with her about close to $300 a month. And I got other things I need to do.
Do you know how much
Right.
do you know how much Doc Miles charges?
No, I don't.
Well, here's the good news. He charges $100 one time and then never charges you again, and you come back until you're well.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Me either. Between him and me, and I don't charge anything, but I do beg for donations because I do need donations, folks. And if you can, if you can't give me much, don't give me much. And if you can't give me anything, I will help you anyway. But I do appreciate donations.
Appreciate
that. And folks.
Well, I did.
Well, bless you.
I did when I ordered. I did.
Bless you.
And I will.
Okay.
Now, if I can afford it, I will do that.
Right. Now, when you're making that donation, you need to make the donation on herbalhealthreview.com.
Well, I talked to Brittany, and she took it.
Right.
Brittany took it.
Well, if she took it, she got it. If you make and I don't get it. In other words, it's two separate ministries. And my
okay.
So I just thought I'd mention that because
okay, well, I'm glad you told me.
So
I know next time.
Yeah, that is right. So herbalhealthreview.com has a donation button, and that's where if you can leave me a donation, I deeply appreciate it. The other the other one, when you make a donation over there, it helps them to fight the FDA, who is constantly harassing them. And it helps them with their legal battles and so forth. So, which is good. They need it.
Okay.
But I need, so when you can and if you can, I appreciate it. And again, if you can't, I will help you anyway, because this is how I've done it for 55 years. I do not get enough donations. I really don't. And so I deeply appreciate it. And every time I get a donation, you'll get an email from me. You'll know you gave it to me. I will send you an email thanking you because I do that with every donation. So anyway, I thought I'd mention that. And
okay, I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, and I hope that this information has been helpful for you today. So
it has, but I just hope whoever's out there that has hepatitis C, I hope they think about that twice before they take that interferon, because that interferon, I took that they had me on that for 24 months. And I signed papers, true enough, but they did not tell me that it was going to they told me I was going to lose hair, but they never told me that in the paperwork that you're going to lose hair and it's never going to grow back again the way it should. And sometimes when I look in the mirror, I want to break down and cry. Because I shouldn't have never took that medication. I could have all of my hair now. If I had known what I known right now from you guys, I might have had a little bit of problem, but I already knew about milk thistle.
Right.
But searching and looking for y'all, if I had known what I know, I could still have my hair. But I told them to cut it all off. And so that's how I went now.
You can still regrow your hair if you take hydrochloric acid before each meal, because that helps you break down your protein so it goes to your muscle tissue, your heart, and your hair. Your hair is 95% protein, and you have to have hydrochloric acid, before each meal so your protein will go where it's supposed to go. Because your hair is 95% protein.
So is that something that I rub in my head?
No.
No, it's a capsule that you take before each meal. It's awesome stuff. And it puts the hydrochloric acid back.
Where do I get that from? Who do I get that from?
I send it out in the mail every day. I send it everywhere. It's
okay,
awesome
because
stuff.
I done had dermatologists to tell me, when your hair follicles have been damaged by this interferon, which is actually chemotherapy, it's damaged. It'll never grow back.
Well, let's try to make them eat their words, okay?
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a call.
All right. Well, God bless you.
Okay, well, this is
God
wonderful.
bless y'all too.
All praises to the Most High. Well, this is great
That's
because
right.
people are getting information that they need, and that's what this is all about. So we're going to close out that microphone now and ask anyone who has a question or a comment or a suggestion or a testimony. Please press your star key 2 times and let's talk about it. Press your star key 2 times. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go
Hello?
ahead. Yes.
This
Looks
is
like,
Sister
Hi, this is
Angela.
Trina, Dr. Truman.
okay. Okay, who am I talking with?
Trina,
Trina. Okay, Trina, we're going to take your call. What area code are you in?
415.
415. Okay, I'm going to look. Okay, we're going to and your microphone is there you go. I see that microphone is open. Yes. Please ask your question. Make your comment, please.
Okay. My question is, it was concerning the liver. My thing is that I went to the doctor and they said that my liver enzymes were very high, and they wanted to do a sonogram on the liver, which the appointment hasn't came up yet, and it doesn't come up until January 4th of 2017. So my question is there anything that I can take to, well, she said my enzyme numbers were high. I'm not really actually sure what that means. I don't know if that means I have a damaged liver or is my liver distressed, or I really don't know what that means exactly, and they haven't did the ultrasound yet. So I don't have any results. But she said she was very concerned about it and that she wanted to do an ultrasound. So my question is there anything that I can possibly do on my end to treat myself before I even get the ultrasound?
Sure, Doc, you want to answer that question? You talked about that earlier, high enzyme levels.
Right. I had a patient in there today that was sent to me because she had the same problem. Because all they have to do is hit you with drugs. But what I use, which has been very, very quickly effective, within 4 months, it can change all your liver enzymes, and it's the liver support that I get from India. I've been getting it for years and years and years. The FDA fought me for a long time, and then they finally realized that it was a safe product because it's a 5,000-year-old formula. Even the royal family in India takes this liver support, and they have for years, for generations. And you take this liver support, and it'll change your enzymes big time because it's probably inflamed, it's probably clogged up, if you will, and you have 100 gallons of blood that tries to go through there every day, and it can't get through that filter because the filter has got some problems. So you take the liver enzymes or the liver support from India, and it changes those liver enzymes and cleans the liver up. In 120 days, you'll have a brand new liver. It's amazing stuff. I go through about 10,000 tablets every 3 weeks. I ship that much out all the time. It's amazing because it's a great product.
Okay. So I can call you and order some pills?
Yes, ma'am. You can call me and order some liver support and get on it, and you will see very quickly, because the liver has, if you have skin conditions and allergies, that's because the liver is compromised. It's got some kind of issue and it needs to be addressed. And
yeah, I noticed that I've been having a lot of dark spots coming in my face and a lot of pimples. So my face has been breaking out unusually,
Well, if you take this liver support, this liver support will clean it up. It's amazing stuff. I have teenagers coming there that have, acne and stuff, and they get on the liver support, and within just a few weeks, their acne's gone. Because it has to do with the liver every time. And then we have these little liver spots. As we get older, we get liver spots because our liver slows down. It can't function like it did when we was younger. And that's because of the GMO-altered foods that we have out there. even though you buy organic products, the federal government rules are if you're going to sell an organic product, at least 65% of it has to be organic. But there's some companies out there that we know that it's 100% organic, but some companies we don't know this. And we think we're eating organic stuff, and sometimes we're not. That affects the digestive tract. You can't get enough hydrochloric acid to break down your calciums and your proteins, and you have to have the liver clean with the liver support. It makes such a difference. You just cannot believe it. I've seen amazing things happen in my clinic like this. So it worked for my black lab outside in the elements all the time. He was chewing and chewing and chewing. And I said, you got a liver problem. So I took a bunch of liver pills, threw in his food every night for a week. He stopped chewing, and I kept doing it. And a week later, the hair grew back, and he hadn't had a problem since. So I keep giving him a little liver stuff in his food every night, and he's healthy as a horse.
There you go. There we go. A dog who's healthy as a horse. So, all right. So, did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. I have another question for you, and that is there any problem with constipation or diarrhea? What's going on there?
Oh yeah, there's severe constipation going on. There's no full bowel movement. I may go a little bit, but very little. So
those liver tablets, that's going to be fantastic. And in the meantime, while you're doing that, we can work on that liver also with that number 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid, and you can take it by the teaspoon, by the tablespoon. What you're looking for, that every bowel movement, when you flush the toilet, breaks up in a cloud. And so you're going to take maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of this colon and liver cleansing liquid, along with Doc Miles tablets for the liver. And and you're going to regulate the bowel movements. You're in charge, and you want to and you want to drink enough water. How much water are you drinking?
I usually drink a pretty good amount of water because I also take water pills. So I have to drink a lot of water. Good.
You're taking good, because we need at least 64 ounces of water daily, so that we have enough water, which is the river of life, and so that we have enough water to give enough moisture to the bowel so that you can clean out. And a lot of times you won't even clean out until you have at least 16 ounces of water in the morning. And if you have it with a little bit of lemon juice, now you've turned the water alkaline, and that's even better for you. So go ahead.
The main thing for water intake, and I've seen this for many, many years, it's half of your body weight in ounces. So if a little lady weighs 100 pounds, she only needs about 50 ounces of water. Too much water, she can drown herself, okay?
Right.
But people that weigh 120, they need 60 ounces, 150, they need 75 ounces. You see what I'm saying? Half your body weight in ounces is the normal thing nutritionally that you need. The doctors say you've got to have 8 glasses a day. Well, if somebody weighs 200 pounds, that's not enough.
That's
and
right.
A little lady that weighs 90 pounds, that's too much.
That's
so
right.
You have to adjust your water based on your weight.
Half your body weight. Half your body weight in water. Is it?
In ounces, yeah.
In ounces. There you go. So if you're 100 pounds, 50 ounces, 120 pounds, 60 ounces. And that's a good measurement. Did that answer your question? Because that's what we need to do, is we need to make sure that liver is getting cleaned out, that you're the liver pills are going to do a great deal of getting that liver going again. But you need to make sure to stay with getting the water that you need, and take that number 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid. And if you need a fiber, for detoxification and for binding up with the debris and taking it out of the body. A lot of times we'll get a tablespoon of that number 4837 Truman special fiber with bentonite clay. Now that's absorbing all the things you're trying to get rid of. So between the liver pills, drinking plenty of water, and taking a colon and liver cleansing liquid and a good fiber to absorb all these things and heal and soothe the digestive tract, now you've got a complete system to get that liver back together in a very much in a hurry. It's going to happen quickly. So those are some ideas from Doc Miles and Doc Burst.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Okay. I will definitely keep that in mind. You say the 1078
Yeah,
and
1070.
the liver pills from Dr. Miles and hydrochloric acid.
That's
Is that
right. Yes.
Okay.
Hydrochloric acid.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
then a good fiber product, 4837 special
Yeah, I have
fiber.
some of that. I
Good.
have some of that.
Good. Well, then
Yeah,
you're
I have some of that.
perfect.
So I'm good to go. I just need to get the acid and the pills and the
1078.
I guess the solution. Yeah, the 1078.
You,
And I'm good. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
great.
Yes.
Do you have my phone number? You have my phone number?
Yes, I do. Let me repeat it to you. 517.
No.
I'm sorry. 512.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
868 9867.
You're correct.
That's it.
512.
Okay.
That's 512-868-9867. Wonderful.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Now we've helped another person. If you have a question, if you have a comment, we want to share information here. We're not prescribing and diagnosing. We're sharing information about things that have helped other people and may help you. So if you have a question, please press your star key 2 times. And ask your question. Go ahead.
Yes,
Shalom,
hello,
brother.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm going to take area code 912. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead. Area code 912.
Hi, Dr. Truman. This is Tanisha.
Hi, Tanisha. How you doing?
Not so good. I went to the doctor today. Just so everyone can know what's going on, I've been having an issue ongoing with inflammation in my breast and like an infection. They thought it was cancerous. They gave me MRIs, biopsies, mammograms, and it's conclusive that it's not. But now the doctor is saying I have a chronic inflammation disease, and she's starting to talk about removing my breast if the infection is not going away and doing reconstructive surgery. She started me on she wanted to start me on a round of steroids to try to shrink the inflammation and go from there. But worst case scenario, she let me know today would be to have my breast removed.
I would be looking at the number 1084, which is a cancer formula that has a lot of anti-inflammatory herbs in it, anti-cancer herbs, to reduce the inflammation, clean the blood. I would be going on that number 1084, and you'll see the directions and the dosage, and you can see the report. And I'm not saying you have cancer, but I'm saying that we'll use something very powerful that's going to clean the blood and remove the infection and inflammation. And so I'd be using that CF formula, and you'll find that product listed in herbalhealthreview.com under under breast and all cancer. And when you see that breast and all cancer report, it's going to give you all kinds of ideas about how to deal with the one of the greatest herbs besides that CF formula, that complete formula, is turmeric. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. And I'm going to go ahead.
Okay, Dr. Burst.
Yes.
We probably need to get her on some ADP immediately for that infection, because it can work well with your formula as well, because it kills viruses and bacteria and funguses and intestinal parasites. And I go through about 4 cases of that stuff a week because it really does work quickly.
Bingo. So now we've got a powerful anti-inflammatories, and that's what it needs. We need to clean the blood and reduce get rid of that infection. So between the CF formula and what products did you mention, Dr. Miles?
ADP. It's what it is. It's an emulsified form of oregano that's made by only one company, because the guy that started that years ago put a patent on it so nobody could duplicate it. And it is awesome stuff. I mean, I go through cases of it every week because it really does work. It kills viruses and bacteria and funguses and everything. It's really cool.
Well, that would also be good for hepatitis. The person who talked about hepatitis today, then too. Also,
that's absolutely correct. I use that in my protocol for hepatitis. The liver stuff, the ADP and stuff like that. That all works together, because you can't just do one thing and expect everything to happen, because your body is made up of trillions of cells, and we have to work with all of the cells to rejuvenate the cells, give it the nutrition that it can work with, and heal itself. And that's what you and I both do together, and we've done it for years. And we know it works because we see it every day.
There you go. So, again, there's a website called herbalhealthreview.com. That's where you're going to see this video. I'm making a video of this right now. And you're going to see that video on the herbalhealthreview.com. When you click on common conditions, that's going to give you that breast and all cancer report. And then if you click on another tab called Discoveries in Health, that's going to give you all these videos, over 100 of them, where we're helping people, and you're going to be able to thumb through them, and there's going to be complete reports on making lifestyle changes. It's going to give you all kinds of wonderful information about how to do it, and all about how cancer. There are things we can do about cancer, and that complete report there is where we have spoken about that. If the kidneys need detoxification, we'll show you how to get those kidneys working again, because it's so important that you look at the whole picture, because the body is there's a lot of things going on in that body, and we got to make sure that you're getting nourished as well as we're dealing with inflammation, because and making sure that you're staying cleaned out with the colon and liver cleansing liquid, number 1078, and that number 4837 fiber, that you have a good fiber product. So when you are working with the whole body, making sure that the liver is working, that the kidneys are working, that the digestion is working, and you're targeting inflammation and that it's a terrible inflammation like you've got going on there in the breast. That's when all of a sudden, when you're helping so many systems of the body at the same time, and sometimes you don't maybe you just start working on one system after another, and you start adding this and adding that until you finally get rid of the problem. And let me tell my landlord, I'll call him back. Jim, I'm on a worldwide broadcast. Can I call you back?
Absolutely.
All right, sir. I will call you back. Thank you.
Bye.
Now, so what happens when you have an overwhelming problem is you overwhelm it. And you address the specific issue, but you look at the outlying issues as well. And you make sure that the body is getting nourished. That's why we have a Make Lifestyle Changes report. And every one of these reports on herbalhealthreview.com, when it's talking about breast and all cancers, and it's talking about turmeric to reduce the inflammation, and it's talking about that CF formula, and it's listing that Make Lifestyle Changes report, and it's talking about an alkaline diet. It's giving you all the tools and the information, and you just start laying into that problem and watch it disappear, because that's what Doc Miles and I see happen on a daily basis. Is that right, Doc?
That's right, absolutely, because we don't treat the symptoms. We don't believe in treating symptoms like medical doctors do. What we do is get the body balanced so it can heal. That's the main thing. If you have your body balanced, and it takes a lot of things to do it when you got a lot of issues, but once you get it balanced, it'll heal and you're fine. Then you just maintain yourself and don't eat any junk foods and stuff like that, and eat something that you know that's going to upset the body chemistry. But, with the blood chemistry that I do, it's amazing the things that I find. I've had medical doctors to call me and say, how did you find this stuff? We don't know anything about this. Well, they don't study it. I mean, I studied hematology. I know more about hematology than most of the medical doctors do, because they just look at the blood report and say, oh, you're fine. Well, I see stuff when I tighten up the parameters to the nutritional parameters. I see stuff that's out of the realm all the way up and down through it. Once we address those things, the issues go away because the body heals.
That's it. That's it in a nutshell. And depending on how many things that are broken, is how many you just start fixing until finally the body says, okay, you're doing great. I'm going back to work, because it will. And we see it over and over again. And that's what we're explaining here, folks, is that you can take charge of your body, and it will make a comeback. It will. So go ahead. So
okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to sign off, Truman. But I'll next week I'll come on about 5:30 my time, which is 3:30 your time.
Wonderful.
Because it gets dark in Texas quicker now than it does at your place, so I got to go out and feed all my animals.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Doc Miles, about 25 miles outside of Austin, Texas. He has a clinic there, and he helps a lot of people and has been doing it for many, many decades. He is a wonderful humanitarian, and his phone number for Doc Miles, 512-868-9867. Be sure and call him and become friends with Doc Miles. He's a great friend to have. So thank you again, Doc Miles, for joining us.
Well, God bless you, Truman. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye, buddy. Bye for now. All praises
Bye-bye.
to the Most High.